my whole thumb in Charlemagne face. Get up, nigga. Move out my way. Let me get to the top. Hey, where the fuck did you think it would be?
He go there to talk his shit.
Well, yo.
Again, mentioning Charlemagne, right? So we pay attention to that because I know that there's a rival that he believes to be there. So you see Joe Budden celebrating. He feels good about being number one of a ghost list. Interesting behavior, but hey, if I was number one, I'd probably be talking and popping my shit. But I identified a difference between me and Joe Budden amongst this whole conversation. And you know what that difference was? If I had been sitting there and they made me number one of a power ranking, power being the operative word, power ranking list, and I got 6 co-hosts and nobody made the list, that's a failure to me. Like, I don't want to tell, hey, yo, none of my guys on there, when we've been kicking it like this and they've been, right? It's like, do you even consider the contribution of your guys? And I know it ain't your list. I'm just saying to be celebrating like that next to 5 other guys that didn't make the list, that's all in the same industry, in the same, they all do what you do. And if you that great, why ain't no crumbs fell on our table? I couldn't have been number 30, number 22. And then you gotta come pop, yo. Joe is, I'm gonna keep it gangster. Whatever he's able to do, he's doing it well. Because I even heard then where Ice went and told him, no, you could have done it by yourself. Like, that's dangerous rhetoric for someone like Joe, in my opinion. And I don't know Joe, but I'm just speaking about, you know, what I think I've gathered over the years of just watching him. You'll make him forget that he was lost. He didn't know what to do when he called Ish and Ice. You'll make him forget that with that you could have done it by yourself talk. He already ain't considering enough to say, look, if I'm gonna be number one and come do the interview and do all of this right here, y'all at least gotta have one of my guys on there. He could have leveraged that. But celebrating number one with none of your guys on the list at all that sit there and talk and is putting as much work as you have, because Joe ain't done nothing over the last couple of years except the podcast. There's no more love in hip hop. See, you can use that on Royal Ramal. Hey, I'm doing everything outside of here, the revolt, the this, the that, the da, the da, the da, the da, the da. Now it's like everything's here. So if this podcast is so great and I'm so powerful, why none of my guys ain't on this list? Like, I would have leveraged that if that was me. So when the list came out, Charlemagne was out the country. So Charlemagne was like, I don't know, someone on vacation. And so he ain't react to none of it. But a couple of people came out and said, oh, power ranking, Charlemagne ain't one. That don't make sense, right? And it ain't no dick pulling a cock buff. And it's like, who done made millionaires in the space? You know how long it took before they had to say that QC, the record label, was something? They tried their best to act like, I don't know, I don't really know, till it's undeniable. And certain things are undeniable. So DJ Envy came out. And DJ Envy tweeted this. DJ Envy posted this. Y'all do know that Complex list is bullshit. Let's be honest. What's bigger than the Breakfast Club or the fact that Charlotte owns a podcast company with a bunch of successful podcasts? His late night show and the fact that he is the go-to guy for every other show. I guess these lists are like assholes. Everybody has one. And again, he just spoke to some of the accolades and trying to put this picture in a frame. It's like, yeah, y'all got a power ranking. That's why I believe it has to be business on the other side. Something is coming with Joe and Complex or something. Because how can he be number one in a power ranking list? Now, if we go talent or if we go something else like, but power ranking, I didn't see it. Joe Budden responded. This is what he said.
When this man was in somewhere, hurt, crying, boiled up in the corner.
He said, y'all do know that Complex list is bullshit, ... Let's be honest, ... What's bigger than Breakfast Club AM?
Mad things.
Or the fact that Charlotte owns a podcast company with a bunch of successful podcasts.
We have to stop that lie too.
Why? I thought he does own it. So what is he doesn't own?
I don't know. Ask him.
All right, let me address this before we move any further. Charlemagne owns 51% of Black Effect. That is ownership. That is the final decision. It's the final say. That's majority ownership. None of these big companies are owned by one person. And so Joe Budden, I think, is trying to allude to that he doesn't own 100%, so he doesn't own it. And it's like, you can't be pushing that on our children. You can't be pushing that on our market to make them believe